Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Doctor Who. Last time on Doctor Who, we had school reunion. We met Sarah Jane, or I met Sarah Jane. A lot of you guys in the comments have apparently watched classic Doctor Who, and you've already seen Sarah Jane with, you guys said the fourth Doctor. Well, she started with the third, apparently, but was mostly through the fourth Doctor's tenure, so that's pretty cool. Which means that when the Doctor left her back then, that wasn't because of the Time War. He was just called back to his home planet. So yeah. So we had a bunch of aliens, alien bat things that wanted to crack the God code and become gods. I guess. I don't know. It wasn't fully explained. Like, they were just like, hey, if we crack this code, we're trying to crack this code, and the Doctor was like, it's like the God code. You can manipulate matter and everything. And it's like, alright, cool. We had some clashes. We had some butting of heads between Sarah and Rose, which they eventually just resolved because they realized they're kind of fighting over the Doctor, which they were both like, this is stupid. Are my eyebrows ungodly huge today? I guess it's just the lighting. Sorry, it's early morning. I just came out of the shower. There's light hitting the window, so that's reflecting back. You don't care. Yeah, it's just something I kind of noticed. Yeah. And then... Oh yeah, Mickey is a straight-up companion now. He's not gonna just be the tin dog, as he put it. He's not gonna... Oh yeah, there was also a tin dog. He's not going to be sort of just the guy that shows up every once in a while to help. He wants to actually go out and see the world, or I guess the universe and time and everything. So that's pretty cool. Can't wait to see where we go with that. It's time for my whole spoiler spiel. Yeah, no spoilers for any future episodes of Doctor Who. Let's just pertain, in the comments, let's just pertain to the episode at hand and previous episodes that I have reacted to. In terms of classic Who, you can reference things like, for instance, a lot of you guys referenced, you guys sort of explained Sarah Jane, but you didn't give like full plot details on each and every episode that she was in. You were just like, hey, she was a companion for the third and fourth Doctor and stuff. That's a-okay. Don't get like too in-depth or anything with classic Who, because I would like to watch classic Who at some point or another. I don't know. I've got some like classic Doctor Who episodes like scheduled into what I call the Master Watch Order of Doctor Who. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to watch every episode of classic Doctor Who, but basically in the master list that I got, it basically like gets the highlights. So yeah, that's basically, and that'll be a while from now. That's when we start getting into like Torchwood and the Sarah Jane adventures. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get right into this episode. Here we go. I keep moving my fingers. French Revolution?
What are you talking about? What man?
The Doctor?
The only man save you I have ever loved. No, don't look like that. There's no time. You have your duties.
It is time! Doctor!
Yep.
Doctor!
Well, sweet, we're going to the past! Yay! Yo, I love the past. Oh, boy. Stephen Moffat. 3,000 years later? The Stephen Moffat, he wrote The Empty Child and the Doctor Dances.
2.5 galaxies.
Mickey Smith, Meet the Universe.
2.5 galaxies?
See anything you like?
Oh.
Huh.
That's something you don't see in your average spaceship.
The
18th
fireplace.
century. French.
Yeah.
Nice mantle.
Hello?
What's your name?
Renette.
Renette. That's a lovely name.
Oh my
Can you tell me
gosh.
where you are at the moment, Renette?
Paris, of course.
Paris, right.
Paris, but
What are you doing in my fireplace?
I also said this ship was generating enough power to punch a hole in the universe. I think we just found the hole. Must be a spatio-temporal
Huh.
hyperlink. What's
a
that?
space-time
Oh, dear. Just
hole.
made it up. Don't-
She was speaking English, I heard it.
That's the TARDIS
TARDIS.
translates for you.
Even French.
Yep.
Yeah, what do you mean, even French? So now he's on the other side. Wait a minute. Wait, is the portal gone? God, I am immediately fascinated by this episode.
You stay exactly
No.
where you are.
This. Whoa.
Careful! What do monsters have nightmares about?
Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
So why is it just like that?
Field trip to France, some kind of basic camouflage protocol. Nice needlework.
God, I am just speechless right now.
Oh, space age clockwork. I love it. I've got chills. Listen, seriously.
Actually, that is really
From
cool
the heart.
looking.
And, by the way, count those.
So now this is the thing that she was talking about in the
Said not to
beginning.
look for it.
Yeah, he did.
The doctor keeps going back in time.
Now you get it.
Yay.
So many questions. So little time.
Yeah, that's generally how it happens. Whoa! Yep, he's still got it.
Mickey, every time, it's
Every-
rule one. Don't wander off. I tell them I do rule one.
Oh, Mickey's gotten a little better with his parkour since Boomtown. That's good to know. Whoa. Why is there a horse? How did a horse get here?
Following me? Where you came from, eh, horsey?
Oh, there's multiple holes in the universe. That's how.
Too wicked.
Wicked.
I was being wrong, my dear.
So is she supposed to be married to
Not
Louis
wrong,
the
no.
15th? That's not good.
Every woman in Paris knows your ambitions.
Oh, is that the right Louis?
Paris shares.
I think it's the right
Now, of
Louis.
course, that the king is to attend the usual-
One of the Louis has to die, so... That's an interesting spaceship design.
A spaceship from the 51st century stalking a woman from the 18th. Why?
That's so weird.
Jean Antoinette. I think this is the night they met.
Okay, not the
Another
queen,
YouTube
the
ball.
mistress.
In no time flat, she'll get
Makes
herself a
sense.
stab.
King's wife and the king's girlfriend.
France. It's a different planet.
I mean, yeah.
Hello, Renette. Hasn't time flown?
Fireplace man.
Let's see if you still got it.
Oh my gosh, Mickey and I are
What's the next
practically
question?
wearing the same shirt.
Have the parts, so you used the crew.
Oh! That's why the heart and the eye.
Found a camera with an eye.
No one told it. The crew went on the menu. What did you say the flight deck smelled
Man, no one is specific to these freaking robots.
Oh my god.
No, you're not keeping the horse.
I'll let you keep Mickey. Now go, go, go!
Yeah, if you keep Mickey, he keeps the
You're
horse.
gonna have to trust me. I need to find out what they're looking for. There's only one way I can do that.
Is he gonna stay there?
You are inside my mind.
Oh dear, Renette.
What?
We've had some
What?
boys in here.
So,
Since
that
when can
doctor,
you do a Vulcan mind meld? What the heck?
To walk among the memories of another living soul. Do you ever get used to this?
I don't make a habit of it.
How can
Yeah.
you resist?
What age?
As
are
in,
you?
he hasn't done it so far in this show.
impertinent a question so early in the... Oh, Doctor. So lonely, so very, very alone.
You mean alone? You've never been alone in your life.
A door once opened, maybe step through in either direction.
She looked into his memories, his childhood.
Doctor. Doctor Who?
Huh.
It's more than just a secret, isn't it? That there comes a time, Time Lord, when every lonely little boy must learn how to dance.
The doctor knows how to dance. We had a whole episode about this.
They called him the...
Oh my gosh, he got drunk.
And so's your dad.
Where did he get the sunglasses? They don't have that in France. In 18th century France.
You want to know how old?
In a way, for us, it's already happening.
That's clever.
I'm sorry,
Warn her
it's
ahead of time.
hard to explain.
It's the way it's always been. The monsters and the Doctor. seems you cannot have one without the other.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Doctor
You
goes
weren't
looking for
supposed to have
trouble.
either.
So,
Such a commotion, such distressing noise. Kindly remember that this is Versailles. This is the royal court, and we are French.
get your act together.
And if my nightmare can return to plague me, then rest assured, so will yours.
Oh my gosh, is he coming in on horseback? I hear it. Here he comes. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I love it.
This is my lover, the King of France.
Yeah? Well, I'm the Lord of Time.
Oh,
I'm
he
here
is
to
the
fix
Lord.
clock.
He's the Lord of Time.
Talk about 7 years bad luck.
He's stuck.
Try 3,000.
Yeah. They're both stuck. But if this is the farthest point in the future, couldn't you drop the TARDIS a little bit afterwards?
Right.
Well, that was something.
What's...
So he is just straight up stuck there. Because none of them know how to fly the friggin'
You know
TARDIS.
all their names, don't you?
Here's to this red path.
So is he just gonna wait? Really? He's just gonna wait
pity.
until he catches up?
Think.
Wish me luck.
No.
Well, he can go back. The link is still there.
Madame de Pompadour! You there, Annette?
I don't think that's gonna work. I think it's been too long.
She was right.
Oh, it's the king.
She said you never looked a day older.
It's Louis. She's not dead, is she? Come on.
There she goes.
Don't.
Leaving
Oh.
Versailles for the last time. Illness took her in the end. She always did work too hard.
God. All because he was too slow?
What does she say?
Come on, Rose. It's time you show me around the rest of this place.
It could take a while. This place is huge. God. The SS Madame de Pompadour. That's why. And Steve Moffat strikes again, doesn't he? Okay, and so goes another tragic episode of Doctor Who. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm gonna say it right now, this is my favorite episode of Series 2. That was awesome. You guys know I love when we go back in time, specifically. Yeah, I love all the stuff when we go into the future, but when we go back in time, I really love it. So, automatically, I really like this episode because we kept going back to the past. But also because that's just an interesting plot, man. That there's multiple doors to multiple different times. That's so interesting, and the fact that it's all revolving around this one woman, basically. And these robots that are so interestingly designed. They look like they should be out of, like, a silent film, like, kind of robot, I guess. Like, you know, when you go back to early film and you see, like, different designs for robots and stuff, like, you know, what people in the early 1900s thought a robot would look like, that's kind of what I got from that, which is really, really cool. So yeah, that was awesome. It was just so interesting, and then just, so heartbreaking at the end. But yeah, this so far is my favorite episode. I wrote down 3 notes 3 notes. We're going to go through them really quickly. Good team. I wrote that down because because they kind of got good. I remember it was the episode Boomtown. I was like, man, when did they get good? And then I saw, like, Mickey failed to do some parkour and stuff, and it's like, well, he's kind of gotten better, and it's like, I like that they're good. You know, I was kind of worried in the last episode when Mickey said, like, hey, can I come with you? And Rose was like, oh, sure, whatever. Like, I was like, is Rose not gonna like Mickey hanging around? But we seem to be pretty well. Like, they're sort of getting along still, so. Freaking hair's sticking up a bit. Oh well. So yeah, I also wrote down Louis XV was the king of France that they were talking about, but now that because I saw the dates at the end, like her life, was 1721 to 1764, I think it said. Now I remember, because I was like, Louis XV, well, wait a second, this should be the French Revolution. He should be getting his head lobbed off. But no, that's Louis XVI, I believe. Yeah, I believe it was Louis XVI that ended up getting his head chopped off. And then I don't think there was a Louis XVII. And then there was Louis XVIII after Napoleon and stuff like that. But I remember there was like a relative or like a brother or a young son of Louis XVI that died before they were king. So they skipped Louis XVII so that they could honor the kid, basically. The kid that died. So yeah, interesting little history lesson there. So okay, she was the mistress of Louis XV. So, because that would have also been interesting if on top of all this they were dealing with the French Revolution, but yeah. And then the mind meld. What? He can just do, and he straight up just mind melded her to look into her mind, and it's like, okay, you just straight up taking that from Star Trek. I'm sure Doctor Who probably did it first. Who knows? I don't know. What was the first instance of the mind meld? Now I gotta look this up. Alright, now I'm gonna look this up. And you guys are gonna have to tell me if, you guys are gonna have to tell me if he's ever done this in Classic Who. But let me see. Okay. So, from what I can find, and this is all assuming he's done this before in Doctor Who, in classic Doctor Who, but the first instance of a mind meld in Star Trek was Season 1, Episode 10 of the original series, Dagger of the Mind, which first aired November 3rd, 1966. So that's your challenge, guys, if the Doctor has ever done this before in Classic Who. Did it come before November 3rd, 1966, when Star Trek did it first? So, yeah, that is pretty much that. That's all on my notes. And, yeah, really, really liked this episode. I thought this was amazing, you know? And, yeah, hope we keep going back to the past, but I know, sometimes we just gotta keep going to the future, which is fine. I like it when we go to the future. I really like the past, man. So yeah, I'm already gonna call it favorite episode of this series. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Yeah,